Hello viewers, this is Rashid Amin. I am here today with Samrin Ahmed Kusum. Kusum is a PhD student at North Carolina State University. She is also involved in many voluntary activities and leadership activities. She is the president of Bangladeshi Student Association at North Carolina, and she is also the treasurer of Professional Engineers North Carolina. Her major is environmental engineering. How are you, Kusum?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good too. So my first question would be, what is your experience in this COVID-19 situation? I just want to know your experience first before specific questions.
Okay. So as you know that I'm a PhD student and my work is mainly focused on laboratory based. So right now, since the stay at home order is in place, I cannot go to the lab and work there. So I'm staying at home, working on my manuscript or maybe doing some literature review or background studies, but I cannot go to the lab and work on my research and progress likewise. So that is being a great problem for now, and working from home is not also great for the progress towards my degree. So I'm actually feeling a little bit lagged behind, and so yeah, so far that's the experience.
Since we don't know yet what will be the situation in future or how long this situation will continue, so what is your plan for future experiment since you are doing experimental study?
For now, our university is reopening phase by phase. So right now, starting from June 1, it has started operation in phase 1. So in phase 1, students are allowed to work in the lab, but given the condition that they will have to wear their personal protective equipment such as mask, gloves, and no student will be allowed to work in the lab less than 1,000 square feet. So per 1,000 square foot, one student will be allowed to work. So for now in my lab, we only have 2 students who are allowed to work. Right now in phase 1, I'm not given the permission to work because we have 2 more students who are mostly, who will be defending their PhD in near future. So they have given priority over me. So maybe in phase 2, which maybe will be in 2 or 3 weeks from now, and I'll be allowed to go back in lab and work there. So I know that I am almost 3 months behind my scheduled progress, but once I get the permission from to work in the lab, I might be able to I might be able to do some progress. But still this is a problem because we are expecting a second wave, maybe starting in fall or mid fall. So we don't know yet. Everything is very uncertain, and I am really tensed about that because I was thinking to defend in next April or May. That was my plan. So right now there is no plan. So yeah, a lot of uncertainty.
Yeah, so I believe this situation started late March or at the beginning of March, and there were still classes going on, like undergrad classes and some of the grad programs. So what kind of steps North Carolina University took so that they can continue classes, maybe online, and also they can continue lab works for undergrad?
So our stay at home order took place on March 27th, but before that, our university, during the spring break, it extended the spring break so that the student do not come back to the campus, because it will promote more exposure and probably affect many other people. So that was the time when we started to start classes online and the lab works as well. So for the classes online, they were it were mainly Zoom meetings or recorded classes they attended. I do not take any courses anymore, but I know some undergrad students as well as some other graduate students who took courses this semester, but most of them were taking Zoom meetings or online courses, and they had their exams online as well. So as a result of that, our university gave them an option to choose whether they want to have these courses graded or ungraded, like satisfactory or unsatisfactory. So they had the option, they could choose between them depending on how they performed in this situation. So that was in place.
So the exams, I believe, was in online also.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So how the teachers or faculties manage the online exams?
So far, I know that they were given a specific timeline. So the questions were uploaded in some sort of website, or we do have online Moodle. We call it Moodle. So we can go there and then take all the class test or assignments there. So I don't know how the exams were taken, but I have heard that there were a specific time schedule when you could start the exam, and then it will automatically give you a window of that exam's timeline, and then you'd have to submit it. It was like a take-home exam.
For the fall semester, what kind of steps will be taken? Like the steps were taken last semester. We saw some problems, right? For the assessment, or sometimes for the lab experiment, they did not do the experiment, the video demonstration was shown, etc. But what about the fall semester?
Uh, for now, North Carolina State University has decided to go on campus for fall semester, given all the speculation of second wave. So they have a backup plan. If there is a second wave, they might go online again. But for now, they're planning to go on campus, so students will attend. But to maintain strict social distancing and no so that they don't have any problems of getting affected, they have scheduled the classes from August 10th, and they will wrap up the semester week before Thanksgiving, so that they won't have any fall break or any Labor Day break holidays. So the students will come, attend the whole semester, and then they will go back to their home or wherever they want to take the vacation, so that there is no mix up or there is no question of quarantine in between the semester.
Okay. Have you heard anything about new incoming international students?
For now, I know that some of students from Bangladesh are coming, but given the situation that the embassies or consulate offices are not open, they are given the option to defer their admission to spring semester, and they can join from then. But right now, most of the students are coming from different states of the within United States. No new students are coming from Bangladesh who has to get visas and then come here. So that's a problem, because they're mostly deferring their admission to spring semester.
So what about the students' funding or any financial aids they're getting from the government or from the university?
I know that the students I'm talking about, they have got some fellowship or funding through the university, and the university has given them option to defer that funding as well. So if they start the semester from spring 2021, they will have the funding. Yes.
Okay, and for current grad students, their funding will continue as well, and scholarships?
Luckily, we all are having the continuous funding that we used to have, given that we are not working in lab or we're working from home. But there are some instances where maybe there may be some cases where the funding was not continuous, but I don't think there was a major issue of loss of funding.
Okay, so now a personal question: how you are adapting with this situation, providing that you are now residing at home, maybe you are working from home, you have to shop, and you have to do household chores, etc. So how you are adapting to your new life?
It's bad. It's really bad, because I even now I cannot imagine that I have to wear a mask and then gloves and go to the grocery store to do my grocery, because sometimes I forget to wear mask, and then I'm like, okay, it's a new normal. I know that we have to get used to it, but it's very new, and it's very depressing to wear mask and work all the time. So that's a biggest issue. But about grocery or doing other chores, we are trying to keep it minimalistic so that we don't have to do grocery every week. Maybe when we are going out, we are planning and buying lots of things so that we don't have to go back to the grocery store for 2 weeks or more. And then once we're coming home, we are just cleaning ourselves, and yeah, that's it.
So do you have any suggestions for other students like you who are also affected by COVID-19?
I would say that accept the fact that this is the new normal, and try to get some hobby so that you don't get bored or feel depressed all the time. Maybe do gardening, take a walk at afternoon, and even though it's social distancing, you don't have to like just close yourself inside the four walls. You can take a walk and talk to your families or friends virtually using Zoom like this, and keep your sanity. Yeah.
These were actually very nice advices. So thank you, Kusum, for being with us. We hope we will talk to you later, maybe when situation improves, we will talk about some new stuff. Okay, so till then, stay fine. And I hope you will be doing well and you will be graduating soon, as you hope on April, maybe next year.
I hope so. Thank you so much.